Hi, ladies. My name's Becky Slater. So I'm going to try to answer some questions for you guys.
Okay, how did you meet?
How did we meet? Well, I met Jason when he was engaged to someone else, um, which sounds crazy. Jason's looking at me like I'm crazy. No, I met him when he was with someone else years and years ago. And I was living in Santa Barbara, and we reconnected about 10 years ago.
How long have you been married to me?
How long? 9 beautiful years. Almost 9 beautiful years.
Good answer. How about him made you say yes?
What about you made me say yes? That's really easy, actually. It was his kindness. There's something about Jason that is calming and loving and pure, and I knew no matter what, that would always be a part of him, and that made me trust him and want to be with him forever.
Every marriage has ups and downs. What was your favorite up?
My favorite up, well, there's lots of them. As we all know, like the seasons of marriage change, and so the beginning was very fun with the traveling and just getting to know one another. A big up for us was when we became parents to Grace. Super big highlight. Lots of little things along the way. I would say the day-to-day is a huge up. Watching Jason with the kids in the morning brings me probably one of the most joys in my life. Everyone here is a morning person, and the days start off beautifully, so I love that. And I would say as a family, a big up is going to Yosemite every year for the holidays. It kind of kicks off our holidays, and I just love Jason for doing that for us every year, and it's pretty darn special.
When dealing with the downs, how would you describe the process you two choose to handle them?
Let's skip this question. No, just kidding. The downs, how do we handle that? We have this thing that we do that's going to sound really silly, but ever since the kids were babies, and I'm sure you all can relate, our car would be loud, tears, throwing, bickering, fighting, and Jason do this thing where we say, oh my gosh, like when it's miserable. I am so buzzed right now. And so we're not buzzed. But, oh, I'm so drunk, I'm so buzzed. It's just humor. We just kind of try to laugh at one another when things get ugly. And for a serious response to that, I would say we have a motto in our marriage. It actually started when we were dating, and we all come in with baggage and broken hearts. And the one thing that we always stick to is saying what you really mean. And that's held true in our marriage, our work life, our friendships. I think saying what you really mean has helped us get through those hard times.
Do you pray for your husband? And if so, what do you find is your most frequent prayer?
I pray for Jason all the time. Now I'm getting teary. Because, as a mom and as a wife, you worry that maybe one day your partner, who you pick, hopefully that you trust, could take over things for you. And being sick, I have a terminal illness, and so I trust him implicitly. And so I pray that God keeps him safe. I just never want him to be hurt, because I need him to fill in for me if ever I can't be here. So I pray for his safety. I pray for him to come to know God better. I pray for him to be there for my children if I can't be.
Have you ever prayed together? And if so, describe the feeling you get after.
Jason would never pray with me. We pray around the table at holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, but no, we don't pray together. The second part, how do we feel? I try to pray with my children, and I think passing it on. Jason wasn't born in a family that prayed with one another, so I'm hoping to maybe incorporate that, and it makes me feel like my kids will have that outlet if ever I'm not here, and maybe Jason would do that with them in the future.
After all the years you've been married, would you say the things that made you say yes are the same things that make you tick today?
Absolutely. 100%. Jason's patience and kindness and steadfastness has carried us through almost a decade of marriage, and it is definitely one of the most attractive things about him.
And if you had to describe your marriage in one word, what would it be and why?
There's a lot of words. I'm going to let Jason go first. What would you say?
I would say balanced, because we both balance each other out nicely, and trying to live a balanced life of fun and work and play and everything in between is kind of what makes things work.
I would have to agree. We have a pretty balanced marriage, but if I had one word, it would definitely be trust. I trust Jason. Trust, honesty, I guess. I'm honest with him. I know he's honest with me, and I think that would kind of put us together as a nutshell. So I hope this means something to you or helps someone, or maybe just a good laugh. But thank you, ladies.